Hanaz Writers. Podcast 37. How writers can use AI to overcome creative blocks, maintain motivation, and stay productive throughout long-term writing projects. Introduction. Welcome back to the Hanaz Writers podcast. In our previous episode, we explored how advanced AI-powered writing tools can help writers build faster, smarter, and more successful creative projects. We discussed how AI can support idea development, project planning, editing, organization, and creative productivity. But today we want to focus on one of the most common challenges every writer faces at some point in their creative journey. Creative blocks, lack of motivation, and the difficulty of staying productive during long-term writing projects. Because every writer, no matter how experienced, eventually encounters moments when progress slows down. Ideas become harder to find, motivation begins to fade, and the excitement that once fueled the project starts to feel distant. The good news is that writers are not alone in facing these challenges, and today, AI is becoming a valuable tool for helping writers move through them. Understanding creative blocks. Creative blocks are often misunderstood. Many people assume that writer's block means having no ideas, but in reality, creative blocks can appear in many forms. Sometimes writers have too many ideas and cannot decide which direction to follow. Sometimes they doubt their work. Sometimes they become overwhelmed by the size of a project. And sometimes they simply lose momentum after working on the same story for months. These challenges are completely normal. They are part of the creative process. The goal is not to avoid them completely. The goal is to learn how to move through them effectively. Why long-term projects are different. Writing a short article is very different from writing a novel, a screenplay, or a long-form creative project. Large projects require sustained energy. They require patience. They require commitment over long periods of time. The excitement that exists at the beginning of a project often fades as the work becomes more complex. Characters evolve, plot structures become more complicated, and writers may struggle to maintain clarity and focus. This is where AI can provide meaningful support, using AI to restart creative momentum. One of the most valuable uses of AI is helping writers restart momentum. When a writer feels stuck, AI can generate alternative possibilities. It can suggest new directions, explore different character motivations, or propose alternative solutions to narrative challenges. The purpose is not to replace the writer's ideas. The purpose is to create movement, because creativity often returns when progress begins again. Even small steps forward can reignite inspiration. Breaking large projects into smaller steps. Long-term projects often feel overwhelming because writers focus on the entire journey at once. A novel may contain hundreds of pages. A series may contain multiple books. A screenplay may require months of revision. AI tools can help break these large objectives into smaller, more manageable tasks. Instead of focusing on the entire project, writers can focus on one chapter, one scene, one conversation, one creative challenge at a time. This approach makes progress feel more achievable and reduces creative stress. Exploring alternative perspectives. Sometimes writers become trapped because they are looking at a problem from only one angle. A character is not working. A scene feels flat. A plot twist feels weak. AI tools can help writers explore alternative perspectives. They can test different possibilities, different emotional tones, different narrative structures, different character reactions. This expanded perspective often helps writers discover solutions they may not have considered on their own. Maintaining motivation. Over time. Motivation is one of the most misunderstood aspects of creativity. Many writers believe they must feel inspired in order to write. But professional writers know that motivation often follows action, not the other way around. AI can help maintain motivation by creating a sense of progress. Writers can explore ideas more quickly, receive immediate feedback, and maintain momentum through small, consistent achievements. These small victories build confidence, and confidence helps sustain long-term creative effort. Building consistent creative habits. Productivity is not only about working harder, it is about building sustainable habits. Successful writers often rely on routines. They create systems that help them continue working even when inspiration is limited. AI tools can support these routines. They can help organize goals, track project development, generate writing prompts, and provide creative exercises that keep the imagination active. This allows writers to maintain consistency even during difficult periods. Reducing fear and perfectionism. Another major obstacle for many writers is perfectionism. Writers often hesitate because they want every sentence to be perfect, every chapter to be flawless, every idea to be brilliant. But perfectionism can slow creativity. AI can help reduce this pressure by encouraging experimentation. Writers can test ideas quickly, explore alternatives, and remind themselves that the creative process is iterative. Great stories are rarely created in a single draft. They evolve through exploration and refinement. The human element remains essential. As helpful as AI can be, it is important to remember something fundamental. Technology cannot replace imagination. It cannot replace personal experiences. It cannot replace emotional authenticity. AI can support the creative process, but the heart of storytelling still comes from the writer, from human curiosity, from human emotions, and from the unique perspectives that every writer brings to their work. AI is a companion to creativity, not a substitute for it. The Hanaz Writers Approach. At Hanaz Writers, we believe that creative tools should empower writers during every stage of the journey, not only when inspiration is abundant, but especially during difficult moments, moments of uncertainty, moments of frustration, moments when progress feels slow. Our goal is to help writers maintain momentum, explore possibilities, and continue developing their creative ideas with confidence, because every great story encounters obstacles, and every successful writer learns how to move through them. Looking ahead, as AI continues to evolve, creative support systems will become even more sophisticated. Writers may soon have access to tools that help manage long-term projects, support creative decision-making, and provide personalized assistance throughout the writing process. But regardless of how advanced technology becomes, one principle will remain constant. Stories begin with people, with imagination, with curiosity, and with the courage to continue creating even when the path forward is not entirely clear. Final thoughts. As we conclude episode 37, we want to encourage every writer listening today to remember something important. Creative blocks are temporary, motivation can be rebuilt, and progress is often achieved one small step at a time. Use the tools available to you, experiment, stay curious, and most importantly, keep writing, because every page completed brings you closer to the story you want to tell. In episode 38, we will explore another exciting topic: how AI can help writers transform a single story idea into an entire creative ecosystem, including books, podcasts, digital products, and audience communities. Until next time, keep writing, keep growing, and keep building the future of storytelling with Hanaz Writers AI.